What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Big and Small Talk podcast. I'm your host, Martin Stewart, and I'm joined, like I am joined every episode, with my man, my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend,
Papa Newman in the building.
Yeah, Papa Newman.
Let's get this going.
Let's go. What's going on? What's new with you?
Nothing much. Get ready for Final Four.
The Final Four. That was my number one topic. The Final Four. Yeah.
Final Four coming up.
San Antonio. Did you fill out a bracket?
I always do.
You always fill out a bracket.
Always fill out a bracket.
Who do you have winning?
I had Auburn winning.
Yeah, Auburn winning. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I sure did.
What about Auburn that you were like, this is the team that's going to win?
They got men.
Yeah.
They have men.
Yeah,
you know, I love the coach. I love the coach.
You like Bruce Pearl?
I like Bruce Pearl.
I think he's so annoying.
Yeah, he's loud. I like him, man. He brings that energy that to you. You know, I love it.
I never liked the rah coach.
No, you said that before.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like when Dan Campbell when he first came to the league.
Yeah.
I never.
I feel for a college. That's good. But for a pros, you can't be a rah-rah. It's hard to be a Dan Campbell might be the only one.
NBA, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
There's no rah-rah coaches.
Colleges, you can be rah-rah because they're kids at the end of the day.
Bruce Pearl, he's always been a rah-rah coach. Now. When he was at Tennessee, he was a rah-rah coach.
He's that type of coach.
Going around shirtless and painting himself orange, and he's a mascot.
I just think the loudest that he is for college kids, it's needed. Sometimes, because sometimes it's like, hey, some of these kids come on, especially now when these kids are making money doing this and doing that. I feel they need more of that father spank your ass type of figure. If you're not going to do this, I know Auburn guys already got in trouble this year for doing shit. Yeah.
I mean, so I looked at, because we're just getting out of the Sweet 16 into the Elite 8 finals, the games a day, and then I looked at all those teams, and it was I don't know if I showed you this graphic. It was every team that where they started. So it had all Sweet 16 teams, and then they just had where they started their college career.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was crazy because nobody except for Purdue had everybody that started there.
Wow.
Purdue was the only team. Duke had 4 guys out of their 5 starters that started at Duke. But other than that, like
everybody,
you couldn't even tell what team was which.
Yeah, I mean,
because I'm a Michigan fan. We lost to Auburn. We were up 9, and then they went on a 32-6 run. But yeah, Michigan. None of their starting 5 started at Michigan. Right. None of them. Yeah. And that's just the way that's the world we live in now.
It's gonna get worse too, unless they make another rule, because now they're gonna start pretty soon automatically.
There hasn't been any. There was no real upset.
Now they're gonna start giving people an extra 5th year no matter what, because everyone gets a 5th year almost anyway.
Yeah.
So you're dealing with, and then junior college. Now you can play 2 years in junior college and it doesn't count against your NCAA eligibility. Yes.
It doesn't?
No.
What?
So now, serious. So you can go 2 years of junior college now and go and still play 4 years in NCAA.
That is wild.
Yeah. So people now are doing it on purpose.
So you're gonna have like these,
so, like how people like reclass in high school and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
No, Matt, you can do that basically now in college. So some people are going, hey, I'm just gonna go JUCO for 2 years and then take my 4 NCAA.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I thought that your eligibility.
And then like Rick Pitino's coming out now saying, we only recruit men here. We're not recruiting high school kids.
No, that's what
we're
he
not
said.
recruiting this.
He goes, we have no high school kids that we're looking at.
Think about
not
it.
One.
And I've been saying that. I've been saying that for a few years, because that's how these other teams like FIU and these type of teams have made the Final Four over the past few years, because they have men. And when you put men, I don't care who you're going against, how good this 18-year-old kid is. When you play men that are 25, 26, 27, the strength, the physicality.
If you're 27 and you still playing college basketball, you need to reevaluate yourself.
There's people 29 playing NCAA Division I college basketball right now.
That is insane to me.
So,
I know BYU.
There's a girl that's playing 8 years yesterday. I was watching in the game.
Oh, what team?
USC. Who USC play yesterday?
They played.
They played TCU?
No, Kansas State.
Kansas State. They played Kansas State. A girl on that team played 8 seasons.
Wow.
All for Kansas State.
Because maybe medical red shirt, and then because you get a lot of these players that's coming out.
She probably went to like 3 coaches.
Their COVID year too.
Yeah, and these players had a COVID year too. Remember?
Yeah, I mean because when Patino said that, he goes, "We're not looking at any high school players,
Right?
not one,
Not one.
because they're looking at all these guys that want to transfer into the.
It's
transfer
all about
portal.
winning. If you're a college coach, you're getting paid $5-10 million a year, and you better win. So you have to win at all costs. So in terms of before, when they was paying the players, before when you couldn't, and they're getting the best, now it's like, hey,
they still were paying them, but
they're still paying. They're still paying, but now they're paying them. But I gotta go after men if I want to win.
Yeah, because I mean, you look at Arbor. Arbor has that one freshman kid that stepped up and played, but all their guys are big guys. Texas Tech, who yesterday dropped the ball.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I seen like.
They were up. So I watched that whole game. So they were up like 9 points with 2.5 minutes to go.
Wow.
And then, Florida had to start playing the fouling game, but then Texas Tech guys missed their free throws on 1-and-1s.
Wow, so that's what happened.
So so like you missed your first free throw on 1-and-1.
Yeah, you done. Yeah,
and you got this guy Walter Jr. coming out there.
They say
threes.
He's playing great. And that's the only. To be honest, that's the name I'm hearing. He's
phenomenal. I watched this kid. Like he's phenomenal. He is. I think it's Walter Clark Jr. or something. Right. He came back. He came down and made a three. They fouled. Texas Tech guy who's an 84% free throw shooter. And it's so funny when those announcers like, why'd they foul him?
They jinx
why'd he foul him? He's a great shooter. And then he missed. And then he came down and made another three. They fouled again. That guy missed.
Wow.
And they came down and made another three. And then after that, it was just, he just took over the game. And basketball's a game of runs.
See, that being said, when it comes down to the Final Four, even into this, what's happening, when you have a guard like that can win you the championship.
Yeah.
In college.
Yeah,
in college, a guard like that can win you the championship.
One player can win you a championship in college.
1,000%.
It's always been like that.
Always been like that. You look at all these teams that have won, it's always how the guards are. You know what I mean? Even like when Jameer Nelson, back in the day, Delonte West, they had a great run, St. Joe's back in the day. A team from nowhere, but they had two great guards. Yeah. And they just won,
Those UMass guards back in the day, those Puerto Rican guys.
Edgar Padilla.
What's his name? With Marcus Camby. But I looked at, so I have Florida and Duke in the final.
Yeah, so I mean, when looking at the bracket, it looks like all 4 top seeds could go. When's the last time that happened? All ones could go.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
I don't know when that happened.
Hasn't been a while. Like I went chalk.
Yeah.
And chalk is you pick the teams that are supposed to win. So for my bracket, I just went chalk. Right. Because there hasn't been any upsets really. I mean,
no.
Arkansas upset, but they could have beat Texas Tech. Yeah. They were up 17. They let them come back. And
I had Arkansas kill my bracket because I thought they was gonna do more damage.
Yeah, they had them. Uh-huh. I mean, they were the 10th seed.
Yeah.
But I mean, what I know about
John Calipari team.
I call him Calamari. Calipari team. He has very athletic talent. He's gonna get the talent.
Yeah.
He coaches. He gets NBA pro. He was the king of the one and done.
Yeah.
For forever. And I know he's gonna get those guys. But Auburn. I don't know. I like Auburn.
I like Auburn. I've been like Auburn from the beginning. I'm basically a Florida guy now, but I picked Auburn from day one. But watching Florida, man, with that guard, man.
Yeah, he's good. They got
Duke will not win it. So I'll tell you that right now.
No.
I'll tell you that right now.
No. I picked Duke to win.
Yeah. Oh, you did? Duke. Well,
I hate Duke so much. I hate Duke. I am anti-Duke. Duke, but I picked them to win it. No one's gonna beat that team, Coach.
Duke's done.
No, they're not. Okay,
you're talking about one guard. Who they playing?
They play the winner. They play the winner of Michigan State Auburn, I think.
They gonna play. It's done.
I think so. Let me see.
Auburn gonna wax it.
I don't know.
Auburn gonna wax it.
I don't know. Cooper Flagg. He's a lot of people hate doing Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg. 14 points. Come on, man. You play for Duke, you get the ball every time.
No, but I'm saying,
come on, man.
They got maybe 4 NBA players on their team in their starting lineup. They got more than that, but
I'm gonna give you a thing. This is with Duke guys, right? How many Duke Hall of Famers are there? I know. How many are there?
Duke Hall of Fame basketball?
Yes.
Grant Hill is going to be one. I don't know if he is one.
Yep. Grant Hill's one.
Who else? Ebezy? He's not a Hall of Famer yet. Brand. Yeah, Hurley, Christian Laettner. He should be a Hall of Famer.
They have one. Grant Hill, you named it.
But I'm just saying, though.
I don't want to hear nothing about Duke. They great. They great in college. They play great in college. But you know what? Most of them are not NBA. Like Cooper Flagg is a college player. Don't be surprised if all. Listen, don't be surprised if all of a sudden he comes back for a second year. You hit it here first. We're gonna make sure we clip this. We're gonna make sure this. We're gonna make sure this is gonna get clipped.
This is gonna get clipped.
And we're gonna throw this out there.
Clip Cooper Flagg.
And this is why I say it. He will not be the number one pick.
You don't think he's gonna be the number one pick?
NBA GMs is not gonna play around, and he will not be the number one pick. He's great, and not gonna tell you.
Okay,
I'm gonna tell you that right now. The NBA GMs, they'll be the biggest liars, the biggest fakers, the biggest this, the biggest that. Cooper Flagg will not be the number one pick. Unless the Boston fucking Celtics got the pick.
No, or Utah. Yeah. Oh, you Cooper Flagg in Utah?
Oh, see?
Jimmer 2.0? No.
Jimmer 2.0.
Marcus said he's Jimmer 2. No, Jimmer was 6'3". Jimmer was not. No, Jimmer was great.
Hey,
Adam Morrison.
I love it. Thank you.
I say Adam Morrison.
Thank you very much.
I would say Adam Morrison.
And look at all three of them. They're not doing, all three of them. They're great college players.
It is time for
some of the best. Jimmer Fredette, one of the best.
Yes. Yep. No.
Jimmer Fredette.
It is white Americans' time to shine.
Listen, Jimmer Fredette, one of the greatest college players. Adam Morrison, one of the greatest college players. My man, what's his name? Grady Big Dick. That Grady Dick.
Yeah.
He'll be next.
No, Grady Dick was not Cooper. Okay.
No, you know what? Grady Dick might be better than Cooper Flagg. You know why?
Why?
You know why? Because Grady Dick can shoot the damn ball. Like, he's a good shooter. Like, he's a straight shooter where Cooper Flagg got to give you both. But in the NBA, when you get in that physicality when you get in that athletics, it's going to be different. And don't be surprised because you know why? Duke could give him like $7 million to stay.
No, they could. But they were saying that if he stayed, he could potentially be losing $45 million if he stayed. But
I don't know on the NBA contract side because you could already get the deals now.
If they win, I think he leaves. If they don't win, there's a possibility that. But
and
I think
the only reason why he's gonna not go, just like I said, is because what they're really getting from the real NBA guys, GMs. I'm trying to tell you.
All right, you heard it. You heard it here.
The excuse is gonna be we didn't win it. I want to win it. Another one for Duke. I want to get a championship here. That's going to be the excuse that's going to be used.
We'll see. I mean, he's been the consensus number one pick for the longest. There hasn't been a guy like this. Since LeBron James, I think. The consensus number one pick.
To who? The media?
No, you
cannot go by what the NBA guys are saying.
They're hyping him up. I'm just going by
to the media.
They're gracing because they want this.
Who hypes you up?
They want white American.
That's what they want. But NBA GMs want to win.
Okay, we'll see.
Jobs are in hand.
He's like
jobs are at stake. Even GM jobs.
White. He's like white.
Like you said, Utah gets it, but I don't. They're the type. Utah's the type that won't even do it just because of that.
No, they would. I think they would.
They already have marketing.
Yeah, they have marketing. They have the other big white boy from Auburn. And they had other big white boy from
let's say they do it, right?
What's the other big white boy name? From Filipowski from Duke. The one that that guy.
If they do it, I mean, they just want to continue to be last place, lower five.
I think they're going to get number one pick. But
if they get it and they do it, they will. I mean, it's not going to improve them. They're not going to go nowhere, and they're going to be. Next thing you know, he's going to be in the G League and out to France.
I've watched all the Duke games in the tournament, and they're playing so much better than everybody else. Right. So that's why I picked them. I just went chalk for my bracket because, like I said, the teams that are more experienced tend to win in these, and you need one guy. But like I say, he could potentially be Adam Morrison. He could be, which might be the worst draft pick.
Like I told you, his upside is who?
His upside is who's his upside?
My boy.
Who? Which one? Grady Dick?
No.
Who?
AK.
Oh, Andre Karolinko?
No, the other.
Oh, Austin Reeves?
Yes.
Yeah.
AR. I mean. AR.
That's his upside.
That's his upside.
AR is see, here's the thing about this fool went undrafted, but he was saying, I watched the interview, he was like, I could have got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
The Pistons was going to take me, but he told him no because he wanted to dictate where he went. A lot of those second round picks do that. So you got Auburn winning. Okay. Do you follow the girls at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who do you have winning the girls?
I want UCLA to win.
You want UCLA to win?
Yes.
They're the better team.
Yes. I want
Is Texas still in it? Okay.
Shout out London Jones. But there's something about Texas.
Is London Jones a big tall girl?
No, she's the guard, the lefty shooter.
Okay.
So I know her and her family.
Okay. I went to that game. I went to that USC, the first one at USC when Juju had 48. And I also...
What a rough break for her, huh?
I was there. I was right there. Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah, I watched it on TV. As soon as she did them, she tore her ACL.
And so we were there at the game.
Yeah.
Because like everyone was hyping. It was like the energy in there was... If you've never been to a college women's basketball game, it's the energy is great. Yeah. It's great, especially if your team's good. Right. And like the Galen Center, and like I like that they're now like these stars.
Yes.
The women's stars in basketball.
Yes.
Like if you look at the numbers of like Instagram followers of people who made the tournament, right?
Right.
The top 4 are women. Like the top 4 are women.
Right.
It was like Paige, Juju, Haley Van Lith, and what's the other girl?
Shout out to my daughter Jaden for being the first female basketball player to reach 1 million followers.
Yes,
she's the first. She was the first.
Yes.
So she made it for Paige and all them to be where they're at today.
Yeah. Did they make the tournament?
Huh?
Did they make the tournament?
Heck no.
Okay. Well, that's why. But she got 1 million followers, so she's up there. Because she got how many followers? She got 1 million.
She got 1.1 now.
Yeah,
but she was
got more
the first.
than Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, but she was the first
college.
She's been at 1 million. I mean, she's been in 1 million since she was 17. Yeah, you know?
The first. Hey, the first to do it.
First to do it.
But yeah, if you haven't been, I mean, I like going to basketball games anyway because they're.
It's just it's
a good energy.
But why do you think the WNBA can't take the excitement that women gets in the college game?
I think because with college, especially for like men support,
right?
Men also support the college,
right?
So it's easier to be like, oh, if I'm a USC fan, I'm still supporting USC if I support the women. So if I'm supporting the Lakers, that don't mean I have to support the Sparks because it's not the same. I have no connection to them. So I feel like that's how it can become more ravenous as far as like the fan support.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people shit on women's basketball
because for the girls' side, it's more like now, like I want to stay in college as long as I can.
Yeah.
If I was like Juju and all them,
they make more money.
Because I'm gonna make more money. Yeah. Because once you come out, it sounds good. They think the deals are gonna transcend, but
Juju's a sophomore.
But they don't.
Juju's good enough to go be the number one player. She could be the number one player
this year
in WNBA.
But I think on the girls' side, that those players that making the money, like a Juju, they're just gonna stay as long as they can because I think you make more money on this side.
Yeah, I mean, for me, because her injury was pretty gruesome, and it was as soon as I saw it,
she's out all night. I mean, that's
out as soon as I saw it, I'm like, this is pretty bad. And then she sat up and they started clapping. I was like, don't clap yet.
Yeah, no, it's over. You can see, don't clap as soon as that leg hit the ground, you know what time it was.
And people thought they thought it was the foul was malicious. I was like, it wasn't even a foul.
No.
It was a step through when she stepped and her knee buckled.
That's basketball.
I was like, and
you could take a little bump on the drive.
They were booing those girls at Mississippi State. Yeah. And I'm like, and they were just so much better than them. And Kiki,
they have a good team.
They do.
They have a good
that's
team.
What I'm saying. Like if you USC, right, and your number one player goes down, but you also have like 2 other parade All-Americans on the team. So like they'll be fine.
I think they're gonna be fine, and I think they're gonna have a hunger. They have a big, they got guards. And I think that could do it.
And I told my friend Papa, I go, when she went down and then they still won by 40 points,
right?
That gave them prove that they can still do it. Because I mean, Kiki is.
Remember, you have girls too that haven't had the ball as much.
Yeah,
everything's been around. All you hear is Juju this, Juju that, which is great. You have that star, up. But now people don't realize. When I watched that team a bunch of times last year and this year, you're like, hey. They got some girls on that team that can go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if they were somewhere else, they'd be the number one dog.
I mean, they got the parade Gatorade Player of the Year on her team. I forgot that she was Gatorade Player last year. She's a freshman this year.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, UConn is still UConn. And today I think South Carolina is playing Duke. What's the score of that game, Mark? South Carolina Duke? Oh, wow. Duke was losing.
Wow.
Don
could get Don.
Hey, Don, what's up, Don? Get your girls together. But yeah, I think USC, UCLA, the top players. I mean, when I saw UCLA play USC at USC, I mean, they just
USC beat them twice, right?
USC bought one at
1-1, right? 1-1, right?
And they won at each other's home, but yeah, UCLA is pretty good. They got a great coach.
Good big.
That big, yeah.
They got Kiki. They got a good team.
She can't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got a big like that in women's basketball.
No.
Does she know what to do with the ball?
Yeah.
Like, it ain't nothing you can do about it. She's just bigger than everybody.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. She keeps the ball high.
Make her go left, but
she's not like an Angel Reese. Got to bring the ball down, shoot the ball from the stomach.
She get to her spot. She knows how to put the ball in the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, UCLA.
Yeah, that's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting UCLA. Right?
I have them winning in my. I did do a ladies bracket. Yeah, Texas. Mark, our producer, is a Texas Longhorn fan.
I love that their guard, their star they got there. She's smooth. Yeah, she's smooth.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like you said,
she's one of those people that you can't stop.
She a goer.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing about, all you need is one star too. But I mean, we have to find a way for it to translate. And I feel like now with social media and like all these girls doing things outside of just basketball, their faces are becoming more known. So that way people will know them more. And the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, shout out to her. A lot of people give her shit for shit. And like, she can't control who she is. And she can't control her fan base. But she did move the needle. She moves the needle.
1,000%. Because that's what I always said. That's what you needed. You needed girls they're not never going to be above the rim type of players. You know what I mean?
No, they're
not
not.
Gonna be. The only way you could do it if you have a Steph Curry ability girl that could just do that, because there's not great all these shooters out there today.
No,
London Jones can do it too if she wanted to. If some of these girls out there that can, if they're given the opportunity, to do it, like they put the ball in Caitlin's hands and let her go. And she's the only one that's taking it like that.
She didn't play in that 3-on-3 tournament, that 3-on-3 league, did she? No, I don't think she did. Yeah, but that was interesting. Did you watch any of that?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. They paid a lot of money for people, so it'd be interesting if they come back another season. I mean, you can see the numbers what they did, because they're paying people bags.
Yeah. Yeah, they were getting hella money. It was like full court 3-on-3.
That's what I'm trying to say. They giving people bags of money for that. So I want to see what the viewership looked like.
I don't know. It's tough to watch. Well,
is that bad?
It's like 3-on-3.
I mean, I'm a basketball head. I didn't watch one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting because it's full court 3-on-3.
Right.
And like, so they just get gassed.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, and I think the court is a little smaller.
Right.
But I mean, I'm a basketball head too, and I try to watch basketball whenever I can. Like, I like the men's 3-on-3. What is it called?
The Big Three.
The Big Three. I like that.
The Big Three. The Big Three is doing a good job.
Yeah, I like that.
They've done a good job.
I even watched the basketball tournament.
Right.
Where those TBT. Yeah.
Julian got a team this year. TBT.
He gonna play on TBT.
He got a team.
Okay.
Julian got a team.
All right, who are you playing with? Oh, you can't say.
He's working his roster. They're working the roster right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be called?
Team Prodigy.
Oh, Team Prodigy. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Julian TBT. All right. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So TBT is a tournament where players from all around the world, college players, pro players. You can't be currently in the NBA.
I didn't even know that
No, you can't be
right.
currently in the NBA. You can't be on contract with any NBA team.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
But you could be a former NBA player. You can play
Right.
professionally other places.
Other places, right? Yeah.
And they compete in a March Madness style tournament, one and done.
Yep.
And to win $1 million.
That's right.
Yeah.
Julian played a couple years ago too.
Okay.
With Challenge ALS, Team ALS.
Okay.
Had like Jerome Randall. Had like all former NBA guys. Had a couple extra Lakers too on it.
Yeah, man. Those basketball is such an interesting sport to me because like
it is.
You play with guys, and then you play with guys that really play, and you're like, this is different. This is different. You don't realize when you play with an NBA guy how good that person is.
Right. You're like, damn, this guy, he don't miss.
Yeah, yeah. Like in practice, like no, you don't miss. Like I watch the lethal shooter.
Yeah, I'm gonna see he's doing something with Julian this weekend.
Okay, he is. All right. Uh-huh. I want to see him in person.
Yeah.
Cause he be saying that he don't like he shot a video where he was in Brazil or somewhere and he shot it down a waterfall and he made it.
Come on, man. We know basketball. Come on, man. You've been in the gym my whole life. You see these guys, Tristan Jazz and those guys. Yeah. Come on, man. That's not real, man. They're putting that together. You really think they're shooting the ball halfway out the gym into the basket? You could be there your whole life. No, it's not going to make it.
I want to. That's why I said
even like Steph. You see the video?
They said he faked it.
They faked it.
Yeah, they said he faked it.
Like,
yeah.
And that's only shooting the ball full court, and he faked it. These guys are shooting the ball outside the gym. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to see it
fake, man.
You think it's all fake?
I know it's all fake. Okay. I'm in the gym half the time when some of that stuff's being made.
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm there sometimes when that stuff's being made.
A Big and Small Talk exclusive.
Yeah, come on, man. If you're really that gullible and think somebody's doing that, you ever been on a basketball court before? You think half the time people can't make a three.
I know, man.
Some of these people I know, some that doing this stuff can't even shoot a three half the time.
Yeah.
So how do you think they're shooting the ball from 1,000 feet away?
What's that guy? Tristan Jazz? He's another guy.
He's a good guy. Real good guy though. Right. But come on, man.
Yeah, lethal shooter. Yeah, some of those videos, I'd be like, there's no way.
Just like that guy, lethal shooter. Shoot off the dribble, man. You catch it just shooting the ball.
He shot some videos off the. He played. I don't know where he played.
He played somewhere though.
Yeah, he did play, but he's not playing currently.
Yeah.
But I just saw a video. Stephen A. Smith getting trained, and Jason Whitlock was hating on him because he was like, "Why would you be 57 and hire shooting coach?" Like Jason Whitlock, shut up, dog. Why would you be 57 and do most of the shit that you do?
Speaking of that, how do you feel about LeBron going after Stephen A. Smith and Stephen A. Smith going after LeBron?
I was just about to get there, Coach. Yeah. So, as a parent, I understand.
Right.
But also, if you're telling me you can't have it both ways, right?
Right.
You can't you can't be like, hey, my son has the merits to play in the NBA.
Right.
He's not here just because he's my son.
Right.
And you can't have that and then also be like, don't stop talking shit about my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if you gonna say like he's here because his merits, then all right, motherfucker, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if they say that, that's what they say. But like let them prove it. Like you can't do. I mean, I feel like it's some sucker shit on both parts because like now it's just turned into this like soap opera.
I never seen it like this. Like,
yeah,
with
I'm like, what
top,
is like? They're not talking about anything. They're not talking about the Celtics winning 8 games in a row. You know, they're not talking about the Pistons tripling their win total. Has never ever been done in NBA history.
Now,
triple your win total.
You know what I think? There's a backstory behind this, and the backstory is LeBron's coming to ending his career, right? Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James, undisputed or whatever you want to fucking call it.
You think LeBron's gonna be on a pundit, a talking head?
I think he'll take the money, just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the highest paid. Just came out. If you give somebody 30, 40 million to do it, they're going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know. LeBron, because LeBron just switched his hosts of his podcast. So I don't know.
He's already doing a podcast. So why wouldn't you want to go on ESPN for 30 or 40 million? And I think that's what they said. You better start clipping these.
I know.
We're gonna have gems. We're gonna have gems. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you. We're gonna clip them.
I'm telling you, there's a backstory behind it.
So you think LeBron James, Stephen A.
are gonna have a show?
First take,
1000% first take.
So you mean to tell me you're talking? This is like WWE level scriptwriter right now, man.
Yes. Yes. Think about it, right? So he goes on McAfee, right?
Yeah, he did go on McAfee.
Who does McAfee? ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN does McAfee.
Stephen A. Smith, ESPN.
And also, that's what I noticed that he did not. Yeah, Stephen A. went after LeBron, but he didn't go there when Shannon was there. Right. You know, Shannon is LeBron homer.
Oh yeah,
he's like, go James.
Yeah,
Legacy 5.
Telling you, you're gonna get it. I'm making sure these get clipped and thrown out today.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you that's gonna happen, and that's what's going on. I'm telling you right now.
All right, you think they're building a storyline here? So,
yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I don't think LeBron handled it how he should have. I mean, but like you said, if you think it's that's the best way to do it.
I think it's that.
Eyes on
now,
it.
on my side, of course, you're gonna stick up for your son, but this is the NBA now. You have to have tough skin. He's not going after him saying this, that. He's really going more after LeBron than he is Bronny. He's not saying Bronny sucks, this and that, blah, blah, blah. All he's saying is, hey, your dad gave him the opportunity. Let him get better in the G League first and then come. But LeBron just admit it and say, hey, yeah, he's the reason why I got the opportunity. Let's just not say here.
Yes, that was my biggest thing, because I was like, you can't have it both ways.
Right.
You can't be like, oh, he's here on his merits. Like we got eyes, motherfucker. We know why he's on the Lakers. I mean, he's playing better than everybody in the second round right now. Okay, as far as like in the G League, I think Bronny James is an NBA player yes, because he's playing at a high level where he's positioned to go. Right. All right. And for me, I hope I was this close.
And this is, again, like playing basketball. If you have skill level and you're good and you're giving the opportunity to show it, there's so many people that are good that don't get, like, look at the guards that play with Bronny at USC.
Yeah.
Collier. What's the other one there?
I forget the other kid.
Both of them are way better than Bronny. So don't sit here and tell them they're not. When those guys are the stars, they actually can go.
Yeah, Zach Collier he's the stud.
And
he's another NBA. He's a legitimate.
And
NBA
there's another
player.
guy too that got drafted after Bronny. And it was Bronny couldn't really get off the bench because of these guys. Yeah, but they're not getting the opportunity that Bronny gets.
I think Bronny should have stayed in college,
especially now, the money you'll be able to make and the star. You'd be the biggest star in college basketball just because of who you are right now.
He could have been, but like Gilbert Arenas said, you can't say the man don't belong in the NBA where he got the number one selling jersey.
Yeah, but I don't want to. If Gilbert's my boy. We have to have him on. I'm going to bring him on.
Yeah, I want Gilbert to come on here.
Gilbert's my boy. But, Gil's the type of guy, 2-3 years ago, he would have been talking that shit about it. But now he's trying to you have to be nice to LeBron and this and that with LeBron and this type of thing. Gilbert knows what it is.
His son's better than LeBron.
By far. That's not even close. But you're not going to sit here and say, oh, he get the number one selling. Yeah, he get the number one selling jersey
because of LeBron.
He's LeBron's son.
Because of LeBron.
He don't get the number one jersey because he's Joe Smo.
No, because he's LeBron's son.
If he wasn't LeBron's son,
it's a complete package. Yeah.
He wouldn't be playing at USC. He wouldn't even be. He averaged 4 points a game in college. He averaged 8 points a game in high school.
That's
let's be honest. He got it. Everyone's somewhere for a reason.
But he gonna get better though.
But that's the thing. Like I said, when you're halfway,
the opportunity
when you're halfway decent and you're good, you have the best trainers in the world.
You got the best trainers in the world.
You have the best everything in the world. You're gonna be good.
And he's showing up.
You're gonna be good.
I just needed. I placed a bet at the beginning of the season that he would score over 20 points in a game this season, and I was so close.
It was so close.
I got 8 more games for it to happen.
And people have to realize too, once you get to the NBA, it sounds funny, but it's true. It's easier to score. So if you're like, it's easier to score in the NBA, way easier. You got to be 3 feet within your defender, so help defense comes later. All that type of stuff.
No zone.
You
really?
can't touch.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't. NBA. You can't. High school and college, you can be all over people.
Yeah.
Junior college is tough. That type of stuff. Like NBA, you blow on people, they call fouls.
Yeah.
That's why it's so easier to.
Just
even Luka. Luka says the same thing. It's way easier to score here.
Just ask anybody that plays against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You can't touch him.
You can't touch.
You can't oh man, I love JB Bickerstaff went after because they played the Pistons and they were just calling all these crazy fouls.
Yeah.
And it was just like, he's like, you can't fucking play the game like this.
You can't, yeah.
He creates, like, it's a video, he just kicking dudes.
Right.
And he shoot, and they call him the free throw merchant now?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, why didn't they do that to James Harden?
It's the same thing, though.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
But James Harden was worth. He come onto you, he grab you, pull you.
All right, South Carolina's up now.
Okay.
They wanted a run. Okay. They wanted a 10-0 run.
Okay.
They heard it. Don heard us.
Duke they're trying to get both to the Final Four.
Yeah, and man, shout out to Alana Beard. I'm sorry if your team lose.
Yeah.
That's the homie, former Duke Blue Devil, Washington Mystic. But yeah, I think the Stephen A. Bronny thing is something that it's a spectacle. I think it is very WWE storyline telling.
Yes. Like, why would you all of a sudden LeBron's taking interviews on McAfee during the season?
But and it's like LeBron usually gets off of social media at a certain point, and then he posted that video.
Trying to tell you,
and he posted those videos and like reacting to shit. Like,
this is Disney, this is ABC, this is one of the biggest companies in this world. They don't see the end game here.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Hey, you've dropped some bombs.
Come on, man.
Drop some bombs.
LeBron's not giving up $40 million a year. That's what he'll get to come do it.
Yeah, to be on ESPN.
Tom Brady got 35. LeBron will get 40.
Yeah, I could see that, but I don't know. I didn't.
If Stephen A's getting 20,
oh, he's gonna make Stephen A. was. What is it about you, Stephen A. Smith?
I give Stephen A. credit on the subject because he was one of the only ones that's visible to really open his mouth about it and why it is. He's not talking about Bronny's a bad kid. He's not talking about Bronny's integrity. He might be talking about LeBron's, but he's not talking about Bronny as a kid.
Yeah.
If you come after my kid, talking to him as a kid, keep it basketball. If you want to say blah blah blah, Julian sucks, all this stuff, whatever.
I don't know. People hate on Julian so much.
That's what I don't get.
And it's
Julian gets it worse than anybody.
No, and I'm like, wow. And it's like,
that's what's the thing with me. Like, he gets it worse than Bronny because people want him to make it. People want Bronny to make it. Julian, people hate on Julian boy
so much, man. And he's the nicest kid. And it's so funny because like I'm meeting you guys and like everything, and you have this idea of what you think people are, right?
Right.
Because from other people,
yes,
and that's all you got, right? So it's like, all right, these guys, and then to know you guys over the last 3 or 4 years, man, like. I tell people like, no, these are the nicest people, man. Like, why is it
they
so
paint
much
him as the villain? It's the villain, it's you're only going to see the negative.
Yes.
You're not going to see when somebody talks about his mom, his sister, his dad on the court, and then he reacts. He's the bad guy. You know what I mean? That's what you see. You see like he's always like doing these like one-on-one. He just did like a 20 verse 1 him. Had all kinds of like everybody. And he won every game. Well, you're gonna see it. He won every game but one versus an NBA guy, which he should have won that one too. But some of those one-on-ones got into it because people don't realize with Julian, he's the number one person in terms of people viewing basketball on YouTube. Not LeBron, Julian is.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report calls Julian number one when it comes to views, and people want to make their name off Julian's name.
I mean, he's moved the needle because like before for like what since he was.
Since he was 9. Since he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like people know, like when you see a lot of these games, like he's played over the years, like, oh my, this and that, or some of those games he had 55 points, but you want to show the negative, like he played bad, but he had 55.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Or because someone gets under his skin because they're trying to make a name. People understand when Julian gets on the court, somebody's trying to make a name.
And this is in a tall man sport.
Yeah, in a tall man sport when he's like 5'5".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a tall man sport.
Yeah.
Basketball is a tall man sport.
If he didn't have that, he only has the attitude on the court. Yeah. Because he has to have that chip on his shoulder.
Like I tell people, because the people see I interact, I'm like, no. I'm like, nicest kid, the most humblest, nicest kid,
He's so
respectable kid.
He is so nice. So like he loves people. Like he's like the nicest kid off the court.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's always funny to see because they say don't read, but I read comments and stuff, and like Julian will post a video and be like, "Man, you fucking suck, man.
Yeah.
You motherfucking short motherfucker."
And now he gets it because he's doing that to troll people. All that's trolling because he loves the interaction.
I'm like, this is hilarious.
And without the hate, he wouldn't be who he is.
Yeah, but that's
so,
good.
That's
that's good. Hey, man, if people talking about you, you're doing the right thing.
So that's where I get like back to Bronny, because Bronny was cool, talk to Jaden, that type of stuff, But Bronny one time went on a thing, said something about he really wasn't. He didn't want to say something too bad because he's friends with them, that type of thing. But he wasn't backing Julian up too, so Julian felt some kind of way, like how he not saying this and saying that when he knows what I do on the court.
Yeah,
like that's one thing about the real basketball players, like the real ones, they know what Julian does on the court, and everyone's afraid of him if I have to match up with him, that type of deal. So I feel that because I think Julian's the only one that can know what Bronny goes through.
Mm-hmm.
He's the only one. Like Julian and Bronny are the only two that really know what they're going through. And I think Julian gets it more because, people actually want Bronny to make it,
Yeah. They watch Julian's games to watch him fail.
Yes. They want him to fail. People want him to fail.
Yeah.
When it's like, hey, he's played 250 games here and has 5 on my hand. He played bad in 5, and a bad game to him's not to you guys is him not having 30.
Yeah.
Like that.
I don't know, man.
The expectation is so crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's
for
wild.
him, it's like he's the smallest guy playing everybody. He has the expectation. You have to bring him on here to have maybe next time.
Yeah,
to talk to him about it because he has the highest expectation.
Because like if you see him, you would not know who he you wouldn't know who he was if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like he's very unassuming.
Yeah, he's a basketball player. If you don't know who he is, he's a basketball player. Yeah. You play basketball?
But then when you're out with him, people are so excited to see the people that know him are always so excited to be like,
yes,
like
because he's been in your face since she was 9. It's different, someone's been in your face since 9 years old, and that's that's what it is. Because Bronny came on at a young age, probably in this about 13, and he brought people around like Mikey Williams.
Yeah, Mikey Williams, who's also transferring.
The transfer portal's hot.
It's open.
They transferring, but I think Bronny, he's put in a position to win.
Yeah,
he have everything.
He has no choice to.
You have
if he fails, it's because he just didn't make it.
Yes,
because he's gonna get the best.
Yes, because he got the best of the best. Every situation's good for him. I'm in the G League now. I'm getting my full 35 minutes. Like when there's guys 30 years old, 35 years old that are waiting to get 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
You know what I mean?
Because you can get every opportunity. If you're on the court and you can score, you're gonna score.
You're a basketball. If you can play basketball. You're at a college level. You playing at a high level in high school. You can play ball, and if someone gives you the opportunity and you can keep going playing, that's how you get better.
Yep.
People just stop, and you don't get better. But that's why you see NBA guys always talking about, oh, these guys don't miss this and that. Yeah. Well, if you play for an extra 10 years,
it's your job.
That's your job. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. That's your job. Your job is to make baskets. And your job is also to like and subscribe and share our content. That's been our episode for this week. Coach, where can I find you?
Hit us on the gram. Hit me on the gram at the Newman Family. Hit us on the gram at the Big and Tall podcast.
Yes.
Hit him on the gram. Hit him at his comedy shows.
Yes. Mateen Stewart everywhere. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars wherever you can. We're going to be releasing these and clipping them and sharing them. And, we got some things working. But yeah, that's been our episode this week. And we will see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace.